first known mention of wine is in the Bible. Noah planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine and was drunken. From that point on, wine has enjoyed an honored position in the history of Western literature. Homer, several centuries before Christ, mentioned the renowned varieties of ancient Greece and offered details on how to preserve and drink the fruit of the vine. The first Chilean wines were produced in the 16th century, following the Spanish conquest. The vines adapted easily to the climate and proliferated rapidly throughout the countryside, making Chile the principal wine exporter in the Spanish-American territories. Finally, at the beginning of the 20th century, Don Albano Balduzzi brought his family to the peaceful fields of the Maule River Valley. Don Albano wished to continue his family's noble tradition in the art of viniculture, with generations of experience dating back to the 17th century when the first Balduzzi planted grapes in the hills of Caresano in the Italian Piedmont. The blessings of Chile's Mediterranean climate, its well-drained soil, and pure Andean water, combined with Don Albano's techniques for arboring the vines, provided the ideal environment for producing healthy grapes. The Maule River Valley gave him the conditions he needed to make fine wines. Balduzzi wines today are produced under rigorous enological control, beginning with the grapes themselves. The vineyard uses only the finest Cabernet Sauvignon, Chardonnay, and Sauvignon Blanc grapes, excellent stock produced in vineyards of controlled productivity. The harvest of select white grapes begins early in the day to take advantage of the crisp morning air. Once picked, the grapes are transported in 14-kilo crates, which prevents both premature fermentation and a too early separation of the grapes from the bunch. After maceration, the must is partially fermented in stainless steel. The next step is aging, and Balduzzi uses barrels of noble French and American oak to enrich the wine's fine bouquet. After 6 months, the wine is transferred to bottles, where the youthful whites conserve their subtle flavors, delicate fruitiness, and bursts of freshness. Red grapes are harvested with the same care as the whites, but preferably in the afternoon, because red wines, in order to produce their natural color, need to ferment at a relatively higher temperature. The must ferments in stainless steel, and then is aged for 10 months in barrels of American oak. Finally, it rests for another 6 months in the bottle, where it achieves its final maturity. Its color is a ruby red, as is natural of this variety, and one can find in it a wide range of subtle and fruity aromas that blend with hints of honey, dried fruits, and wood. Balduzzi's modern winery combines the experience of generations with the latest technology. All stages of the process have been painstakingly cared for. The harvest, which begins every year in March, is done by hand. Fermentation is under strict temperature control. The application of selected yeasts, the latest filters, bottling, barrel, and bottle aging all use the most up-to-date enological techniques. But the most important step, of course, is the Balduzzi family's close attention to every stage of the process. Winemaking for them is much more than a full-time job. It is their vocation, their lifestyle. They live on the property, wending their lives around their wines, much as their vines wend around the arbor. The vast majority of Balduzzi wines are sold through local agents in the most demanding and competitive markets of Asia, Europe, and America. Only 10% of its annual production remains in Chile, and that is distributed in exclusive and specialized shops and in first-class restaurants. Vineyard Balduzzi, a fixture of the picturesque community of San Javier, has on its grounds an attractive centennial garden of exotic species and a wine museum. It is a recognized tourist attraction in the Maule Valley, visited every year by numerous national and foreign visitors. Its wines, the product of highly motivated, meticulous professional work, have been recognized in prominent international competitions, winning several prestigious prizes. The millenarian tradition of viniculture, imported from the placid Mediterranean to Chile's gentle Central Valley, lives on, nurtured through the generous Italian spirit of Don Albano and his descendants. In their hands, the ancient cellars of the Balduzzi country estate link the present with the past and maintain the secrets of the Balduzzi family tradition.